After the fall of their ancient homeland to Seljuk invasions, the Armenians sought refuge beyond the mountains. In the rugged lands of Cilicia, along the northeastern Mediterranean coast, they found a new beginning. It was the 11th century, a time of migrations and wars. Among the valleys and fortress-topped hills, the exiled Armenians built a kingdom that would endure for centuries. Known as Cilician Armenia, it became a beacon of Eastern Christianity and a crossroads between East and West. Here, faith, trade, and diplomacy flourished, even as empires clashed around them. This was not a mere survival story. It was the rebirth of a nation.
The foundation of Cilician Armenia began under the leadership of Ruben I, a nobleman who traced his lineage to the ancient Bagratuni dynasty. Around 1080, he established an independent Armenian principality in the Taurus mountains. From mountain strongholds like Vahka and Lampron, the Rubenid dynasty expanded its influence. The kingdom's geography was its greatest defense. Narrow valleys, rocky cliffs, and hidden passes made invasion costly. As Byzantine and Seljuk powers fought for dominance, Cilicia emerged as a third force, balancing diplomacy with resilience. The Armenian princes understood survival meant more than the sword. It required alliance, faith, and cunning.
Cilicia Armenia stood at a crossroads of empires. To the west lay Byzantium, to the east the Seljuks, and to the south the Crusader states. Each sought influence over this strategic land. The Armenians mastered the art of survival, sometimes fighting, sometimes negotiating. They traded silk, spices, and weapons, turning their ports into vital centers of Mediterranean commerce. Yet faith bound them most strongly to the west. As Eastern Christians, the Armenians found kinship with Latin crusaders who shared their enemies. Their diplomacy was sharp, but their belief was unshakable. Cilicia became a bridge of faith and power.
When the First Crusade thundered through Anatolia in 1097, Cilician Armenia was ready. The Armenian princes welcomed the Crusaders as fellow warriors of the cross. Towns like Tarsus and Adana opened their gates to the Frankish armies. This alliance would reshape the politics of the East. Armenians guided the Crusaders through the treacherous mountain passes, providing supplies and intelligence. In return, they gained recognition and powerful allies against Muslim and Byzantine threats. The meeting of Armenian and Latin Christendom forged a unique bond, one that would define Cilicia's destiny for centuries.
Under the leadership of Taurus I and his successor Levon I, Cilician Armenia began to transform from a frontier principality into a recognized Christian kingdom. Fortresses were rebuilt in stone, monasteries rose along river valleys, and trade routes connected the kingdom to Antioch and the Latin states. Levon strengthened alliances with the Crusaders and negotiated marriage ties with European nobility. Armenian knights adopted Western armor while preserving their Eastern heritage. This cultural blend became Cilicia's greatest strength, a civilization where Latin chivalry met Armenian tradition. The kingdom's power grew, its banners flew proudly above the Mediterranean, and a new identity was forged, not exiles, but kings in their own right. In 1198, Levon I achieved what no Armenian ruler had done for centuries. He was crowned king of Cilician Armenia by the authority of the Pope and the Holy Roman Emperor. The coronation took place in Taurus, witnessed by Crusader lords and Eastern clergy. For a brief moment, the Armenian crown united East and West in Christian brotherhood. Levon's reign marked the height of Cilician Armenia's prestige. The kingdom became a diplomatic bridge between Europe and the Orient, hosting merchants, envoys, and missionaries. Yet beneath the splendor lay the challenge of balancing two worlds: Latin Catholic influence and the steadfast faith of Eastern Christianity.
Cilician Armenia blossomed as a center of learning and art. Armenian scribes produced illuminated manuscripts of dazzling beauty, blending Eastern motifs with Western Gothic style. Churches like the Cathedral of Sis and the Monastery of Hromkla echoed with sacred chants. Scholars translated Latin, Greek, and Arabic works into Armenian, preserving knowledge that bridged civilizations. The royal court patronized poets, architects, and theologians who shaped a unique Christian humanism in the medieval East. This cultural renaissance became a symbol of pride for all Armenians, a testament that even in exile, creativity and faith could flourish beyond the reach of empires. The alliance between Cilician Armenia and the Crusader states of Antioch and Jerusalem grew strong through marriage and mutual defense. Armenian princes joined Frankish knights in campaigns against Muslim emirates, while Crusaders sought refuge in Cilician fortresses. Trade boomed between European merchants and Armenian ports like Ias, where Venetian and Genoese ships arrived laden with goods. The kingdom became a lifeline for the Crusaders, providing grain, horses, and passage to the Holy Land. In this unity of faith and survival, the Armenians stood as true Crusader allies, Christian defenders at the edge of the East.
As Western contact deepened, Latin customs and theology began to influence Cilician life. Cathedrals adopted Gothic arches. Noble families sent their sons to be educated by Franciscans and Templars. Yet the Armenian Church remained proudly independent. Kings walked a careful line, seeking favor from Rome without betraying the traditions of Echmiadzin. This dual identity, Eastern in faith, Western in alliance, defined Cilician Armenia's unique spirit. It was a land where two worlds met, not in conquest, but in coexistence.
In the 13th century, a new power thundered from the east, the Mongols. Their armies swept through Persia and the Caucasus, reaching the frontiers of Cilicia. While many kingdoms fell, the Armenians sought survival through diplomacy. King Hetum I traveled personally to the Mongol court, forging an alliance that spared Cilicia from destruction. Armenian soldiers even fought alongside Mongols in campaigns against the Mamluks. Yet this alliance was double-edged. It protected the kingdom for a time, but drew the wrath of Muslim powers. The storm of empire was far from over.
As Mongol power waned, a new enemy rose from Egypt, the Mamluks. Fierce and disciplined, they sought to purge the remnants of Christian rule from the Levant. Cilician Armenia, allied with the Mongols, became their next target. Waves of Mamluk armies struck the border fortresses, burning villages and capturing towns. Despite desperate resistance, the Armenians were vastly outnumbered. The once prosperous plains turned to ash, and the ports of Ayas and Gorikos fell one by one. The kingdom that had survived Byzantines, Turks, and Mongols now faced its deadliest test.
In 1375, the final blow came. The Mamluk Sultan Al-Ashraf Shaban led a massive invasion into Cilicia. The Armenian capital of Cis was besieged for months, its defenders starving but unbroken. King Levon V fought bravely, but betrayal and exhaustion sealed the kingdom's fate. When the Mamluks breached the walls, centuries of Armenian independence ended in fire. Levon was captured and taken to Cairo in chains. The once radiant jewel of Eastern Christianity lay in ruins, its churches silent, its libraries burned. Yet even in defeat, the Armenian spirit refused to die.
After the fall of Cis, thousands of Armenians fled across the sea to Cyprus, Venice, and France. There they carried their manuscripts, crosses, and songs. King Levon V died in exile, but his lineage continued among European courts. The memory of Cilician Armenia became a symbol of faith in hardship. Artists painted its mountains, monks recopied its chronicles. Though the kingdom was gone, its light endured in the hearts of a scattered people who never forgot the land between the Taurus Mountains and the Mediterranean.
Cilician Armenia left more than ruins. It left a legacy of devotion and endurance. Its church continued to guide the Armenian people through centuries of hardship. The Catholicosate of Cis became a spiritual beacon, preserving liturgy, art, and language. Even under foreign rule, Armenians remembered their kings as defenders of both sword and cross. The faith that once built mountain fortresses now built schools, churches, and new lives abroad. From despair rose renewal, the eternal rhythm of Armenian history. The fall of Cilician Armenia scattered its people across the Mediterranean. In Constantinople, Venice, and Marseille, Armenian merchants built thriving communities. Their trade network stretched from Europe to India. Scholars from Cilicia carried their learning westward, enriching Renaissance thought. Wherever they settled, they built churches patterned after their lost homeland, ensuring that the flame of Eastern Christianity never dimmed. The diaspora transformed loss into resilience, turning memory into strength.
Through its alliance with the Crusader world, Cilician Armenia connected East and West long before global empires existed. The kingdom served as a meeting ground for cultures, Greek, Arab, Frankish, and Armenian. It shaped trade routes, diplomacy, and religious dialogue in the medieval Mediterranean. Many European chroniclers mention the valor of Armenian knights who fought beside the Crusaders. Their story helped forge the idea that Christendom stretched far beyond Europe, reaching into the mountains of the East.
The ruins of Cilician castles still rise against the sun. Bagras, Lampron, Anavarza. Their stones whisper stories of faith and war. These fortresses, carved into the mountains, inspired later Armenian builders and European Crusader architects alike. Arched halls, carved khachkars, and defensive walls stood as testaments to a civilization that fused artistry with resilience. Even today, in the silence of those ruins, the spirit of Cilician Armenia seems to breathe through time.
The royal emblems of Cilician Armenia, lions, crosses, and eagles, survive in manuscripts and church carvings. They reflect a kingdom that saw itself as both Eastern and Western, Armenian and universal. Kings like Leon and Hatum adopted Western heraldry while maintaining ancient Armenian script and liturgy. This blending of imagery became a lasting symbol of unity between faith and sovereignty. It told the world that Armenia, though small, carried a civilization vast in heart.
Centuries after its fall, Cilician Armenia remained alive in memory and worship. The Armenian Apostolic Church continued to honor the saints and kings who built it. Pilgrims still visited the ruins of Sis and Hromkla, lighting candles for the souls of lost generations. The name of Cilicia became a prayer, a reminder that kingdoms rise and fall, but faith endures. For the Armenian people, the cross that once flew above their fortresses still shone as a symbol of unbroken devotion.
Though its walls have crumbled, the Armenian Kingdom of Cilicia endures in spirit, as a testament to courage, faith, and identity. From the ashes of exile, a nation redefined itself and stood beside crusaders, emperors, and kings. Its story bridges continents and centuries, reminding us that even small kingdoms can shape world history. The legacy of Cilician Armenia lives on in every Armenian church, in every prayer for freedom, in every stone that still bears the mark of the cross. The kingdom is gone, but its soul remains eternal.